Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner with head trainer Edison Reynoso. Wearing blue with gold and officially weighing in at 160 pounds. The two-time light middleweight world champion, the reigning, defending, ring, lineal middleweight champion of the world, Saul Canelo across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner with his head trainer Abel Sanchez, wearing khaki green and officially weighing in at 160 pounds. Now has a perfect professional record of 37 fights, 37 victories, including 33 knockouts. From Karaganda, Kazakhstan, the reigning, defending, undefeated IBF, IBO, WBA, WBC, unified middleweight champion of the world, Gennady Golovkin, a.k.a. Triple G!
Brenna Swate.
Ring, we're under. Canelo wanted to wait out this big destroyer once this fought Floyd May became the junior middleweight. As it is, Golovkin is
the 10. I think he has the mass.
And so strong to the top, and he has done that at 100. Triple G is the man to establish that.
Canelo may not be the for a 160, but he is in a weight class, whether it's Arislade Lara, the weight title fight against.
Canelo is the man. El Cotto, Martinez, tries it. Who beat Bernard Hopkins, who
he was the middleweight champion.
Be in heavyweight if I have to.
But that could have been very vicious, but he just missed.
Good combination by Canelo. As Canelo Álvarez in round number 1.
Another good short right now because both of them are real speed on the counters.
Both are
depends what you like. I mean,
Madison Square Garden. So Jacobs score. Now this challenge to Chris Matt,
but Álvarez lets him get out of control.
Recognizing that.
Moving more than normal, get an angle on. He has the fast, maybe more explosive.
Golovkin able to get his throwing with the jab straight out. You see both men right hand follow.
Both of them sit.
See Canelo jumps up on his toes, try rhythm, slip that last jab. He's able to get out of danger. Sergio, we've seen a lot of goal, but he is just keeping the spin.
Move this chin a little. The power is when the punch to the chin with the power. Golovkin does that excellently.
He will roll with it. He'll also use the. That's something you can do when you have 3 as well.
A lot of styles as far as combinations and the counter, and right now coming forward and putting the pressure. Love pressure. Whether
G with the jab, fluid, ready to throw power shot. Final seconds of round number 2. Canelo.
Love that counter uppercut. Right now, Canelo telling this corner that he doesn't punch hard. Golovkin doesn't punch as hard as other people say he does. Interesting.
See how short those shots are, though.
But yet he's the one moving.
Las Vegas, Brian Kenny with Sergio Mora and the middleweight championship of the world. It's on the line include the IBF, WBA, and the WB by Triple G.
Gennady Golovkin is a great middleweight, but he's a fit for Canelo Álvarez forward.
Love that excellent head movement, come back and ducks it.
And uppercuts. Aesthetically pleasing, explosive style. Golovkin gauged in what's in front.
Both of them throwing similar punch, coming up short, countering.
Real power, a lot of subtle skills.
And it's very subtle. I don't know if everyone's picking them up, but it's
beautiful weave. I don't use the word very often now in boxing, but Golovkin getting underneath the back. Tries with the hook.
Canelo not moving as much to his head, but not moving his feet with Golovkin shots. Coming forward now.
These are one of these fights. If someone asks you, hey, we don't know who's supposed to win this. Canelo tries the hook to the liver. Uppercut.
Canelo is known as an explosive nation puncher, but with a Golovkin who would punch him.
Golovkin with the right.
Golovkin, because he's not throwing.
Well able to slip jabs.
Gonna do throw the shots to the
round 4 in Las Vegas. Brian Snake Álvarez. The round fought at a brisk pace.
And once again in that, don't look at the head. The head movement of Canelo sharp right now. He's come back with sharp counters. Punch at the make sure you stop your.
Good combination, a body shot there. That score comes Triple G. Action. Jab fall a half inch. Such a Canelo, not bad himself.
Right now, Golovkin is
Or two, Sergio, if you're the 12 rounds against Daniel Jacob after a fight like that.
Jacobs was known not to have a chin, and he glimpses of that now. Ropes telling the monster, come on, bring.
Jacobs couldn't stand up to your power.
Some time on the route.
When he had
Alvarez, though, able to slip. Jab by Canelo. Only difference you see between the two pleasing traditional boxer player on his shots. Loads up a little more.
effective aggression, but defense.
Next to the initial.
Yeah, I've got a dead last 2 rounds were tough to score. I think he continued to move as much as you have to move off this.
The weight champion of the world, as well as the Golden Boy, multi-division world champion, and this for the middleweight championship of the world, no doubt about that. 100 Toto 2015. GENNADY Golovkin beating every way with several belts and putting them all on the line here. Canelo again, uppercut, not much else. Canelo able to fight off the ropes.
Abel Sanchez wants him to go, moving his head really nicely.
That waistband is there, Sergio, isn't it?
And that's what's not going to move. Right now, concentrate on the body if you're...
It's been something of a theme in Golovkin. He was extremely effective with the body attack, less so against Hyde.
Jacobs right in front of you, but he is extremely sturdy and very clever as well, moving his head. Good. It is rare to see Golovkin marked up in any face. He's rarely touched and rarely... Both men exchange good right hands. Short, tight punches as well. Right hand, but it landed.
That's the biggest shot of the fight, and Canelo took it well. Took Golovkin's power really nicely there.
For Golovkin, though, to establish that he's landing is important. These guys need to win rounds.
Now he's jabbing downstairs. I like to see him...
Both men totally engaged. But what about that? And how about...
Not sure what kind of strategy it is for Canelo to fight off the ropes like this. He's not... The judge is going to look at that.
Right. He wasn't really taking it here now. Golovkin is, especially if you're a judge, that, well, there was a dominant 15 seconds or so by Golovkin. Or what win fights. Here are those right hands.
Eddie Reynoso in Canelo's corner said, that's the shot we were away.
Championship of the world in Las Vegas. And Chris, as much as I said, it looked like, and I even said...
Yeah, 3 rounds to 2, 48-47 for good strategy for Canelo to fight ropes, which we're seeing again right here.
I heard 2 chopping right. Canelo was against the ropes again.
Firing back, Canelo Álvarez, and there, a hook to the body off a right hand. Short and hard stubber jab from Canelo. And a hook.
This is where Eddie Ray, middle of the ring. Give your man a chance.
By both champions.
Battle of the head movement and counterpunch really sharp, but I think he could score.
It is difficult to score. Both men are throwing. Golovkin fights, you see, it is all of his shots that land and how hard they... Canelo is easier to... Triple G can land. You're not even sure how hard that shot...
That's really effective, but if Golovkin is coming forward throwing punches like that, that's effective enough to win the round.
Ropes and Golovkin on his shots. Now moves forward. Body shot. Bayless says bring it back upstairs. I don't think...
Those are the effective ones. You block them, you still feel it. Your elbow shots. Those arms a little dropped after that body shot. The right part of...
Sergio, do you sense a little lag?
Maybe it was that body shot. Body shots do that to you, and I noticed that Canelo's dropping his arms a little bit. So body that looked like they were...
He was able to do that against Danny.
Canelo's trainer wants him to back up Golovkin. They say that Golovkin doesn't know how to fight going backward.
We've seen Golovkin marked up right cheek. Perez able to at least put his of Triple G. Firing back with uppercuts. Golovkin coming back.
GENNADY Golovkin fight going backwards.
He came out doing exactly what Reynoso wanted him to do, but once that stopped...
Shades at this point, not to the extent of, but what we saw get through, and Lemieux was backing up. No, but he started to get hit pretty clean.
Just for him to put more shots. Again, he loads up a little bit more. The right hand by Golovkin, and Sergio of energy is just much more.
It looked like Canelo he's getting pushed back. He's getting pushed back, and you got a credit.
Golovkin now jumps up, big gulp of air.
He's being forced back. That's the difference. Great jab there by Golovkin. Found a home for a power jab.
Golovkin, now he's got him there. Now,
after Golovkin backed up slightly, he didn't want to.
Stalker.
Golovkin's power is he doesn't smother his power. Meek.
The 7th round. And it in close. Onyx, how do you have it scored?
I think Gennady Golovkin's created a little bit of a 68-60 Golovkin. Interesting to hear Abel Sanchez say, don't give away. Guess you have to be careful to deal around.
They're being very effective. Backs Canelo Álvarez up.
Effective on Gennady Golovkin's shotgun jabs. And in close fights like this, good, powerful jab like that could be the difference.
By Canelo. Loading up, tried it again. Golovkin straight up.
And those are the clean punches. But you remember the jab.
Who you think range?
Their judge friend back, even though Canelo countered with 2 nice body shots back that you remember.
And Golovkin does it with his own head to get out of harm's way. Can Canelo Álvarez's rhythm in this fight in the middle of the ring?
So here's another thing that was the head back. So for the
again, you're scoring, and I've maintained many times that accurately judge. You can go by some balls, don't know who wins these rounds, especially at this level. Lots of punches being thrown.
I tell you what, with my snapping back than body, because those body shots, for me at least, a body shot.
Trying to stay off the ropes, but Canelo Álvarez's fight with his back, Triple G, forward. Body shots, and look, Canelo to breathe.
They both exchanged body shots, bros. Golovkin.
There's the uppercut from Canelo. Obviously effective, lands beautifully as he tries to fight off the ropes. Distance, Brian Kenny, Sergio Morax. This is Las Vegas middleweight championship of the world. Canelo out of the blue trunks, and the grits, that is Triple G, Gennady Golovkin.
And Brian, there's kind of a theme to some of these rounds. Canelo Álvarez comes out pretty fast early, takes the fight in the center of the ring, but as you get to about the he starts to assert himself.
It is Álvarez who comes out. Good uppercut by Triple G. Golovkin in the opening seconds there. That is a good uppercut. Nation by Álvarez. Action picking up, and these rounds are close. The previous 2 to Canelo, but I've got question marks on rounds 3 and 4. First 2 were
78-74. I have been winning the last rounds after losing 2 before that. I don't hurt himself with that jab and landed a cleaner.
I agree. Rounds 5 and 8, and the judges are concentrating.
Right hand by Canelo Álvarez.
Biggest punch of
Arches back though. Gets Canelo into the corner. Extremely durable. Straight up the middle. And Golovkin, Sergio, speak to this. The man is constant. What does that do to you?
I can see a little fatigue on Canelo in his arms. He's staying against the dominations. His punches look like that pressure, and that's exactly what's happening.
Landing, and also if you see, when he gets up toward Canelo, even reset himself. He wants to be. Right hand punctuates it by Canelo.
At the end of this round.
Right hand landed by Golovkin, and here's that right hand by Canelo. As the jab lays there.
Best and cleanest punch for Canelo Álvarez of the night.
Round 10 here at the T-Mobile. Canelo Álvarez here, a super fight for the middleweight. Canelo out firing early. Body shot, and then a right to the head. Canelo going to work.
Canelo's trainer, Eddie Reynoso, said, I need him sharp, I need him powerful.
Canelo is working now by Álvarez. To jabs by... Now we've got a war. Still methodical. Still within...
Landing and missing the same punches.
Those jabs by Golovkin. He's got different speed with those jabs.
The jab
Fighter for the last.
And that's the pressure that Golovkin's putting on you. It's his...
You'll see the pressure being a few feet.
With fighters like him and fight him in the inside. You got to get your legs a little winded. He's backing up. Golovkin's back.
He's done a fine job in this fight, moving acceptably. Now these shots landing by to right by Canelo.
Golovkin can't wait to come back. Beautiful. He's not boxing anymore. He's being...
Good straight right hand by Canelo Álvarez. Gets the guard up just into my card in favor.
Middleweight champ, he picked up the work rate and the energy.
Back now, even though Golovkin just walked.
Spanned by Álvarez, and you see him doing the giddy up. Sergio, he never let
Pressure a face like Canelo, a champion like Canelo, because big deal there.
And Sergio, you know this Golovkin is an expert.
And Golovkin does.
And Canelo has fought top. I mentioned it earlier, guys like Austin Tara, even an aging Shane Mosley, but he is eventually driving his man back. Stronger man in the ring. This is a different animal in front of him tonight.
Golovkin keeps coming.
Now Canelo back on the ropes again. He's able to bring it. Right hand by Golovkin, that caught. All these shots matter.
You're fighting a fighter, a champion like Canelo, and he's not fighting back as much as Golovkin.
Side uppercut from Golovkin.
Sharp uppercut that
both ways, right?
Golovkin has done enough to win this fight.
Who'd you give the 11th round to?
I gave it to Golovkin towards the end of that round. The counter-punching for Canelo was effective, but not enough of this. Middle of the ring.
We saw beautiful combination work. When they land, they're very impressive. He looks to land. Could be, look, Chris, I think you're doing a good job scoring it unofficially. That means this could swing it. It's a close fight. Good jab work there. Right hand.
body shots in the inside by Canelo.
Golovkin still moving forward, but he ate a lot of shots by Canelo Álvarez. Golovkin marches back. Now he's throwing.
Believes the outcome of this fight.
We're watching it with an eye on the approach, given that judges how, and this could be either way.
And that is the unified champion at 160 pounds.
Scoring a fight ringside, and we'll see the reaction of the fighter when they get it. That's not in question. Outstanding. Canelo established himself early, superior work rate. Could that be enough to swing it?
But it's been kept clean, and Kenny Bailey professionals fighting like that.
We're here to win this round. Canelo fighting to the final bell, and that's it. Gennady Golovkin here in every way. Multiple shots on the scorecards, we don't know.
I don't think it needs to be fixed. Be aggressive. Probably cost him some of these later rounds.
You see here in round 12, Sergio, it definitely appeared Canelo was able to win this round.
This round was Golovkin. So like Chris mentioned earlier, Canelo starts off every round, but Golovkin finishes it. And usually with judges, they remember the last part of the round. It's going to be very difficult to score.
Open question marks on my scorecard. I thought the middle.
This is officially a draw.
And it shouldn't be that way, but you have a wide range of scoring there. Rounds to 6, which I can see.
Terrible outcome in a fight like this. My scorecard for Canelo Álvarez. That score.